Hi, welcome back to Leslie Crafts and welcome back to another craft along really, and this time it is still with a mermaid kit but is available from me via my either YouTube or via Leslie Crafts. All the links will be down below. I'm using what I have left from cutting the kits up and everything else, but it just shows you another way of using your papers, because you've got papers you've got 10 papers which are 6x6, and then you've got papers which are from the backends of the projects. I will just show you on what I mean. So we've got, this is from one of the add-ons. This is like the backing on here, and literally you can just pop these off and it's fine to use. So you've got extra paper on, I think most of them, apart from a couple of items which I didn't put paper on. So we're going to cover a notebook today. These are little cheap ones from the pound shop, or yes, pound shop. I think you get 2 for £1 in the UK. So we are going to pick some paper, and I think I'm going to use this one. So it's like a sandy texture. So I'm going to put that down in there. So all my little bits and pieces are literally in the box down beside me. So we're just going to roughly work out how big this is. Excuse me if you can see my dressing gown. It is absolutely freezing in my craft room today, and it's the middle of May. You know, we go from one extreme to another in the UK. So I'm going to leave this little bit of a border here, because you better still see the back of the notebook. So this is going to be 3.5, if I do it from there, I think. So I'm going to do it 3 3/4 by 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By 5 5/8, I think. So 3 3/4 and 5 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Keep your bits, because you never know when they come in handy. And just bring in the notebook again. There we go. So that fits quite nicely on there. Now I found this pom-pom trim I've had in my stash for forever, and I just thought that it would go quite nicely down one side of this. So I don't know whether or not to do it down this side of this. I think I'll do it down the spine side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some double-sided tape. I'm going to put double-sided tape down here. Then I'm going to peel it off. I do have a bin down beside me, just in case you're wondering, but I'm just chucking stuff on the floor. Eventually it will go on the floor because my bin's quite full. And I'm literally just putting this trim on the double-sided paper. There we go, and then we're just going to cut it off, just like so. So we're going to have that like that, and then that's going to go on that side. Just thought it just gives it that little bit of added interest to it. So we're going to stick that all down with double-sided tape. So I'm going to put double-sided tape again, overlapping on the trim. So I'm going to put quite a bit down on this so it doesn't come off the book, really. So the mermaid I'm using didn't get into the kit, or did it get into the kit? Yes, it did get into a kit, but for some reason I done her really big. So yeah, she's a bit of a reject. But she is in the kit, so you can still use her if you've got her still. There we go. So just like that, just pop that down on the front of your notebook. There we go. And actually, I think I'm just going to quickly go and get some of my ink, spray inks. Now this is a Heidi Swap ink, spray ink, colour shine, which I got from Louise Thompson ages ago, and for some reason it is sticking. Just bear with me while I try and get it off. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is some ink splatters, just randomly over the page, just to give it that little bit of interest. You don't have to do this if you don't have any inks, you know. Don't feel that you have to go out and buy anything. It's just what I have got at hand, and I'm just showing you different ways of using what you have at home, really. So it's not obviously not dry enough yet, so there's two ways. I don't know if you've seen my previous video, but we've made little ATCs, and they will go quite nicely on here, you know, as a topper. You don't need anything else, so they don't have to be purely used as ATCs. So I don't have my heat gun ready, so I'm going to just semi-place her down. She's going to get messy, but that's the way it is going to be, I think. So I don't know whether or not I want to add that. No, don't want to add that. I don't know whether or not just to add her and then have some of these sequins, which I got from Elena Crafts, around her, and then just add some words. I might just add some words, actually. I might just put I can't speak. Celebrate with mermaid kisses, I think I'm going to put. So this is, you know, just using the kit and what you have lying around, and it's just basically just to give you ideas of what you can use your card for and things like that. So yeah, so I'm just going to write the word with. So celebrate with mermaid kisses. There we go. So I'm going to use my glue. See, it's transferred off, but that's fine. So I'm just going to use my glue just to make sure that she sticks down, really, because it's going to be on a book. It's going to have a bit more use than if it's on a card or anything like that. There we go. So you just grab her. So and then just place her down. And I think with the ink splatter behind her, just gives her that little bit of definition. So I'm just going to place my words just to see what they look like. So there we go. I quite like that. Like that. So yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to stick these down with double-sided tape, and then I'm just going to get my glue again. I'm going to just go and get it ready so it leaks downwards. They need to be refilled. And then I'm just going to so this is a quicker project than I thought it would be. But yeah. So I'm just going to peel all the back ends off, and I just stick them to the back of my hand, just so I know where they all are, and but I can pick them up easier. So you want this one here. So I don't mind if it goes over her. So just gives a little bit of interest really with the kit. And I've also started doing Facebook Lives as well with the kit and things like that. So I always mention when I'm going to be doing them. Things like that. It's normally when everybody's at school and work and I have the house to myself really, because they do tend to come in and forget I'm filming, or just randomly talking to myself. So I'm just going to put these just in little piles, and then I'm going to try not to spill them like I did on my Facebook Live. And then I'm just going to grab my glue and literally just dot them around. Like I said on my Facebook Live, I have ordered one of these like little pick-me-up tools. So it will help putting like the sequins down and things like that. Actually, I might mix these with the sequins and the seashells actually. So I'll just get my little pokey tool and I'll just grab my sequins. So you do get a pack of sequins as well in your kit. They don't come like this, they came in a little pack. And these are, you know, a little bit harder to pick up. So what I do is I just put my end of my pokey tool in the glue so I can just pick them up and just place them down really. So I'll just try and do it as random as I can. There we go. And the same with these. You've got iridescent ones as well, and obviously some of them don't want to come off. So you've got green ones as well and all sorts of different colours. Got loads on here now. I think between the two, I think they'll look quite nice. So yeah, there's no rhyme or reason where I'm placing these. Just whatever I think is quite nice really. just find that these shell ones are really pretty. I just find, you know, but I also think that these sequins which I added as well are really good. You know, I've made some pretty cards with them as well, and so and I think having a good mixture of the two has worked really well. So, oops, I don't want too pink. This is where my OCD comes in. OCD just for crafting. Does anybody else like that? Can't have certain colours near each other, and I can't do random. Random's really difficult for me. So yeah. So there you go, and I think that has turned out really nicely. So, and you know, the book's still, and I haven't done it so the book is the correct way up. So yeah, so I might do some things to go inside the book. I'm not too sure yet. Actually, I'll do some bookmarks, and I will do some paper clips as well, just to show you what you can do with the little bits and pieces which is left over from the kit, really. So yeah, how gorgeous is that? I could just do that all day, you know. So yeah, so that is another little project that you can do with the kit and using the sequins and things like that. I think the size of the sequins are great. For the other kits I have ordered next size up, but I think the size of these sequins here just go so nicely with a mermaid theme, really. So yeah, so that's another quick idea of what you can use your little bits and pieces and what you have at home, really. So this trim here, I got a bit of go from my local craft store, and I think it was like 90p for a metre, and obviously you don't need a full metre on here. So yeah, so that is that, and I will see you again fairly soon with some more ideas of the mermaid kit, and soon we will be doing launching the new one. So that'll be what, early June? It'll be like the first week of June or something. I'm hoping by the time everything comes in, it will be ready. So I will just leave you while I'm just showing you this. Okay, bye now.